ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. I'm just hoping she don't fail. Cause when she do, I don't know what I'ma do. All that I heard that y'all was talking, it was comical. Pull up in your city for the evening, what you trying to do? Cause I'm open to it. I know that you miss him, but you gon' get through it. I can help with it if you need that. Go and bring the beat back. I don't really listen to the feedback, nah. Told me that she good, she don't need Jack, nah. I'm real proud of the steps you took just to get to the place that you at today. I couldn't tell it to you straight, I gotta estimate. I wonder if I ought to go here with the pastor say. Now go ahead, get me out of here, I couldn't last today. I got the city talking about me like I passed away. Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience.
Entering settings screen, you have 19 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
I'm gonna pull it with the bar down 1. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. Ooh, and she felt intrigued. Trying to the LMPD. Go and get yourself esteem. And she trying to link up. So much we got synced up. Pulled up in the dinged up whip. This ain't Pepto Biz with this pink stuff is. Gonna tell me. Yeah, you heard me, you ain't feel me. I've been moving, I've been shaking, go and hit me on the celly. Try to sell me on something while I hold it compelling. Ever since I've been gone like Kelly, they been trying to tell me about this and that. I ain't chatting with you, we ain't going tit for tat. Trying to tell me how to get in the bag. We're going to get in the bag, I'm about to get in it.
Today, from State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, it's Week 10 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Carolina Panthers.
Some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Arizona Cardinals. Taken about 7 yards deep, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with the receiver?
It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
22-yard line.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down at a nice little gain. Well executed there on second down, so do you go back to the air on third?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because
pressure comes and the Cardinals bring him down.
A loss of 7 yards.
And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick in the 2019 draft from Oklahoma. It's Kyler Murray.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
Good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll give it to Mixon, and this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
Brings up second and goal at the Panthers' 8-yard line.
Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose.
Murray on the keeper.
Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends, who you would think could absorb that contact.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off down near the 5. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play? Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
37 yards on the punt with no return, and out will come the offense as they take over. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Through the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. The head coach relied on his eagle eye in the sky to make the right call and was told to challenge it, and it looks like it's paid off.
And from a coach's standpoint, when you throw that flag, it's probably a pretty tense moment. Here it pays off.
Yeah, you have that little bit of indecision. You throw it where you feel like you're right, and then you think, uh-oh, did I get it right? In this case, they can celebrate.
And that is incomplete.
Murray's pass intended for Christian Kirk.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
They do go for it. It's Murray. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. And he'll be taken down at the 34.
The wide receiver.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. 2nd and 8 coming up.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We're scoreless after 1.
With no score.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th.
That's a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you. And if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. Good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Number 87.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
And 10 yards to go.
Throwing again, Murray. Able to find Isabella. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's a 3rd down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play.
But the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Steps. Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of the quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
34-yard line.
2nd and 5. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack.
A loss of 8 yards.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
A loss of 7 yards.
Well, they went with the nickel. They threw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
And Nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. You can count his carries on one finger. They've only given him the rock one time, Charles. What gives? So Murray fighting, lost the football.
Kyler Murray sacked. A fumble.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Cook into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
Intercepted.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 cause for...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Ball carrier.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
It seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Forced out to his left. He's going to fire one. Corner of the end zone. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or in this case, a field goal.
Taken in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's going to go down again. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Britton Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter.
Boston Cybert.
Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and now it's third down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Able to find Lazard. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Excellent play there on third down. Give them 25 yards.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on to it at second down. To throw again, Murray. And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Yetur Gross-Matos able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. To throw is Murray. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked.
Murray's pass intercepted by the Panthers.
It was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Boy, that was pretty. Sidestepping defenders on his way to a pickup of 9 yards. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard.
2nd and a yard.
They'll set up to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Quarterback sack. A loss of 5 yards.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least Tracy set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Joe Mixon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that, and it wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
They're on the 25-yard line.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. They'll pass there over the middle to start things out. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of 12. First down, Panthers.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
First down.
They'll look to throw again. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. And it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now this throw caught left side. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 26 and a first down. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the 4th.
Joe Mixon on the carry.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 36-yard line.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
3rd down and 8 yards to go.
To throw, it's Murray. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first. From the gun, Murray. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. Jeremy Chin on the coverage.
Throwing again. Murray. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions. Have them looking at 3rd and 10. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down.
4th down.
They're going for it. It's Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score defensively. How do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that kind of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down.
The quarterback is sacked.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, that allows your blitzers to get there.
He can run for it, and he will. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
Play action. Now it's Murray. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Christian Kirk, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. Gonzalez to add the PAT.
Extra point.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt the return. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Complete on the quick throw to Moore. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Yetur Gross-Matos there to bring him down. He's got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
And it sometimes just comes down to the power of suggestion. Because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
The handoff to Joe Mixon.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun again to Mixon. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, 4th coming. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Shotgun now from Murray. He's going to fire one deep left sideline.
Murray's pass intercepted by the Panthers. They'll take over first down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football.